Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So today we're just gonna sit down and talk a little about how we met and how we got here.
It's not like some romantic story, but I think it's our story.
I'm romantic.
I didn't say you weren't romantic. I said it's not like
It is.
I fell down and he picked me up and we just started talking. It really wasn't like that.
Eh.
Do you want to go first where you were at in your life
Where I was in my life.
for where we met? Or do you want me to start?
I guess. I just don't know where I was, but so we officially met on Plenty of Fish. When I first messaged her, I didn't know anything was gonna come out, especially not this, but very glad that I did. And we just kind of started talking slowly. Even like the first day had our own little miscommunication, which is our deal, but worked through it.
Well, I want to start where I was. I was thinking about something totally different. I had been single for a year and a half. You kind of just jumped right in.
Wow, I don't care where I was.
Well, I was single for a year and a half, and I worked 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. And that year and a half, I wasn't even looking for anybody. I was strictly devoted to God and myself and to bettering myself, and learned what it was to be a wife and who God made me as a woman and as a friend and a granddaughter and anything like that. That's where I was in my past relationships. I was very dominant and it wasn't working out. I mean, I knew something had to change and it had to be me. So I started to grow lonely but there was nowhere for me to meet a guy. I went to church every Wednesday, every Sunday. There was nobody at my church. And I went to a young church where there was a lot of people my age. But there wasn't anybody. And one day I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I always told myself I would never meet anybody else online. So I signed in, and he was probably either the first or second person to message me. What?
Better been the first.
I don't remember what number, but it was first or second. But he's the first one who asked for my phone number. And so I gave it to him and then I got off. And on my website, it wasn't, or on my page, it wasn't even, I just said, I have no life. I work weird hours and I'm off Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I mean, I didn't even want to put this whole shabam because I don't even know. Something, I guess it was just meant to be. But
I also had Thursdays off.
yeah, so that worked for us. And I remember he messaging me, and our miscommunication was, I don't even know, would you rather text or talk on the phone? And I think he said you didn't want to talk on the phone. I go, well, we could just message here.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, it uses my data. I don't mind text messaging. Like, I don't even remember. It was just, we were both confused. So that's what he was talking about. And then we ended up just talking for a week just to see if we wanted to take it to the, meet. But he did ask me a couple of days later if I wanted to go on a date. And I go, yeah, but we did plan it like a week later. And so we waited, we talked every day. And he was a hoot. And what I did love about him from the beginning, yeah, he made me laugh.
Oh, like an owl.
Yeah. I think I'm getting sick, so.
Sorry.
But what I did like about him is I still a little bit had trust issues, just from my past, and I never asked him to do this, but he always sent me a picture of where he was at. I mean, it was like a goofy picture, but I knew he was telling the truth because he sent a picture. There's one thing I admired, really, is how I really started growing my trust with him was because of that. And I don't know if I had ever told you in the beginning I had trust issues or not.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember. I slept since then.
At some point you did.
I don't know if you did that. Did you do that because you wanted to show me, or is it just...
No, I like taking selfies.
He don't do it no more.
Because we...
What?
Yes, I'm here.
He took pictures with his friends a lot, and so, do you want to explain the first date?
Sure.
It was in August,
It was so
hot, and he didn't have air conditioner in his car.
Still don't.
And we were both meeting. I'm in Wichita, and he was in Altus, and we were meeting in Lawton.
So we met up at the mall. I went inside because it was freaking hot. And she's like, what are you doing inside? I have no air conditioner. It's hot. So anyways, walk outside. And she pulls up. And like, oh. She was so beautiful.
It was so much smaller. 60 pounds skinnier.
But anyways, so we hopped in the car and we went up to the Wichita Mountains. And we went out to dinner or lunch, whatever. I don't remember the name of the place, but
I don't remember either.
it was a cool little place. We had some good food. She had a margarita.
I did?
And
I don't remember.
at this point, we didn't know each other's last names because she was originally kind of stalkerish on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
and was going to look me up. So we didn't know each other's last names.
I didn't want to know.
But our waitress was like, I think I know you. Is this your last name?
And I remember him looking at me
I looked at her like,
uh,
plug ears. And I told her, the waitress, and she didn't know me, but
she knew your dad.
Yeah.
She said you look just like your dad. And he goes, I think I might have went to school with him or something.
so
Because
weird.
they were about the same age. But, in all honesty, I remember hearing the name, but I took it away from my head. Like, I told myself, no, Rachel, don't remember that. And I didn't. I really, really didn't remember that. Thank goodness I don't stalk anymore. I don't have time for that.
We got time for that.
No.
So then we ate and talked, and then over at the Wichita Mountains, they have like a little river that runs through the town. So we went walking.
People can swim in it.
Yeah. And at one little spot, it's a tiny little waterfall, but it's pretty cool. You can, if you're brave enough, walk out there in the middle. Well, we attempted to.
He said, hey, let's go in the middle. I'm like, okay. And then he took his shoes off, and his feet were like
So
bright white.
Yeah.
I almost blinded myself.
Like somebody took a mirror and shined it in your
It's
face.
true. That poor boy never saw sun
Never,
on
never wore
his feet.
sandals.
But now his feet are tan.
Yeah. So anyways, we attempt to walk out to the middle, but somebody gets scared. It was a little sketchy. It was slippery.
Yeah.
But
That'd be a good first date.
she was out front,
Bust my head.
and when she turned around, like ready to go, grabbed her, swooped her up, and planted one.
Smooched me.
Got her first smooch on a waterfall. Planned for it to be out in the middle, not on sketchy, slippery rocks. But it worked out. It was
Yeah.
cool. And then from there we went
We drove around,
just everywhere.
but then it got dark, and we jumped the fence to the dam, and I couldn't see nothing. I probably wouldn't if I could. I think we jumped 2 fences, I thought. I don't know either. That was fun and Daredevil-ish. I think our date lasted 8 or 9 hours.
It was probably long. Lunchtime to past
Breakfast. Because we got breakfast like at 3, 4 in the morning.
midnight at Burger King.
Yeah. That's romantic. But we just chilled out by the lake, and there was a boat. Didn't know there was a boat there. We watched the person load up by himself at night. Found that very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that. Then we went to a convenience store and headed into town. I mean, we just went outside and watched the stars and we talked and stuff. So, I mean, it was a good first date and getting to know each other. And it was fun and adventurous. I mean, nothing like too extravagant, but it's ours. And it's something we'll always have. And we're thinking even maybe having our engagement pictures out there. Just because that's where we met. We need to do it again.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll go on that rock or climb a fence.
Maybe when it's not so hot.
All right.
Fault.
But that's it. And then I think,
That's the beginning.
yeah. But it's like, since he was in Altus and I was here, we saw each other every weekend, whether it was just a day or a couple hours, or overnight for a year and a half, a little over a year, until he came down here and was going to school and stuff. I think one weekend we didn't see each other, and it was Father's Day weekend, but we saw each other that Thursday instead of that Friday. But this is Saturday. But other than that, I mean, we literally saw each other every weekend, and it wasn't easy. It really wasn't. But at the same time, I think we learned about each other and the actual person instead of physical or anything like that. We just actually had to learn each other. So it was hard, but I think it was worth it.
Yeah.
It's our story. It's our love story.
It was tough, but worth it.
It was. And I think that's when we started to learn sacrifice. I mean, we had to learn.
My poor car.
Well, I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about time.
I know. Same thing.
So yeah, he went a year without working on his car. But last year we went on a trip, a lot of good trips.
Yeah.
A lot of trips. Like, just a lot. And so that was memorable. But I don't know. I think we learned a lot of sacrifice from the beginning. And even now, I mean, I think it's a lot easier.
Still learning.
Oh, of course. I don't think we won't stop.
Don't stop taking it.
I hate that I feel like I'm getting sick.
Yeah.
But that is our story of how we met. Like, again, it's not this highly
Fairy tale
romantic
BS.
that you would probably think, but at the same time, I think it's romantic. I really do.
It's kind of a modern way to meet. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
it's not like weird.
But if you just think if we didn't get online, we would have never met.
Maybe.
And he had never met a girl offline before. And I was only on there for a day. Or two, or whatever. I don't know. Because I think it took me a while to contact you, right? Like, at first, I was like,
I don't think so.
I don't know. That's been a while. But that's our story.
Hope you enjoyed learning about us. Little.
If you have any questions of anything else you would like to know about us, just comment below. And make sure you like this page and subscribe. And if you have any other, like, story times that you want us to do, ask us. Like, we don't mind. I'm a very open person. So, I don't mind. And, yeah. We should be having some more sit-downs soon and going over a lot of stuff. I know he wants to talk about his car update, and we're going to do a wedding update soon. So
Lots of videos coming.
yeah, so make sure you stay tuned for that, and we hope you have a good day.
See you next time.
Bye.
Later.